Have you ever bought a lottery ticket or played a slot machine hoping to win big bucks? Well, of course you have. The truth is that millions of people in the world try their luck every day, hoping to win some big prize. But a select few actually find themselves face to face with incredible strokes of luck, worth far more than any amount of money. Today we'll be looking at 15 unbelievable cases when people were incredibly lucky. You'd want to stick around to the end of the video for our number 1 entry because that guy quite literally stared death in the face, but luckily lived to tell the tale and teach you a very important lesson. Almost crushed by an 18-wheeler truck. This unbelievable video captured in Thailand shows a rather miraculous moment when a skillful motorcyclist narrowly avoids being crushed by an 18-wheeler truck. You can see the truck, which was carrying a 40-foot-long shipping container, losing control after its tire burst. This caused the truck to crash straight into the path of the motorbike rider. Luckily, the motorcyclist showed his quick reflexes as he slams on his brakes just in the nick of time, thus avoiding a serious injury, possibly even death. And before you ask, yes, the man who captured the entire scene on his dash cam checked on the truck driver and reported the accident to the nearby police station. Biker almost got impaled on the fence. Honestly, I don't even know how to describe such a level of luck and the combination of circumstances. Not only did the guy not run into the sharp edge of the fence, but he also managed to hang on to it. But notice how the guy was all chill about it in the end, like he wasn't inches away from becoming a woman. Almost hit by a race car. This has to be one of the scariest close calls involving motorsports and photographers. The video shows an incident with a perfect angle, and it illustrates just how horrifying it really was. Talk about being close to an accident, huh? It just goes to show that no matter how safe we think we might be, anything can happen in an instant to change that. Missed by a hair. The video begins with a group of Polish soldiers assembled for what would be a 21-gun salute. The soldiers stand in formation and check their barrels when suddenly the beret on the third man in the front row gets blown away. Apparently, the soldier behind the man somehow misfired his gun while checking his chamber and blew off the other soldier's beret. Admittedly, they were all using blanks, as is the norm for such occasions. The soldier was in no real danger. However, a blank fired so close to a person still can cause burns and even concussion. The soldier, however, seems completely unfazed and goes on to complete his maneuver without missing a step. Driver survives a horrible crash. Russian dashboard cameras have recorded a number of horrible accidents over the years. This one, however, although shocking, ended on a happy note. As you can see in the video, the driver is trying to overtake the passenger bus, but ends up losing control over his car. He flies into the oncoming lane where he crashes into a truck, and only by pure luck remained alive. The video shows the driver jumping out of the windshield of what remained of his car. He did suffer a couple of broken ribs, though. Wrestling Goliath Grouper. Manny Pig, aka Sharkman, is a legendary wildlife expert who isn't afraid of any animal. He has appeared on the TV shows Jackass, Wild Boys, and Gator Boys. In this unbelievable video filmed at the Florida Keys, you can see Manny wrestling a Goliath grouper like it's nothing, after putting his hand all the way in the monster fish's mouth. This might be just one of the most exciting Goliath grouper videos yet, and definitely one of the scariest. If it wasn't for Manny's undeniable experience, this animal would have killed him right then and there. Bear attacks trainer. This video, captured in Russia, begins rather innocently. We see a circus bear pushing a wheelbarrow while walking on its hind legs as part of the act called Clubfoot and the Garden Wheelbarrow. But soon enough, something terrible happens. The 600-pound bear is seen attacking its trainer, biting him and forcing him to the floor. Horrified, another trainer then hurries forward and starts kicking the bear repeatedly in order to stop the attack. According to local media, the bear then ventured into the audience area before he was eventually subdued with an electric shocker. Surprisingly, the man was able to escape without any serious injuries. Enraged bull leaps into stands. In this video, you can see an untamed and uncut petrified bull charging into an arena. This time, however, it's not a matador that's in immediate danger. It's every man, woman, and child in the stands. As soon as the bull enters the arena, the crowd knew that something is terribly wrong. But it was when he broke his right horn that he became extremely aggressive. At this point, you can hear the crowd whistling and requesting the substitute because they fear the injured bull might do something unexpected. This is when the injured bull then jumped into the stands. He even puts his horn in the first row of people. You can hear people running and screaming. It's pretty horrible. Luckily, no one got hurt, and the animal was contained. A truck smashed by a train, but the driver miraculously survives. In this footage captured in the Czech Republic, these people are dangerous. We see an 18-wheeler truck approaching the railway crossing. But unfortunately, before the truck fully crosses the tracks, it becomes entrapped by the crossing bars and is unable to move. In a shocking turn of events, we see the truck getting hit by the train. The truck is completely smashed, but its cab remains intact, and the driver emerges unscathed. However, not all people involved in this accident were so lucky. 3 train passengers died, and 20 were seriously injured. Almost killed by a truck and car collision. This video, like many others on this list, of course, comes from Russia. It is captured by a CCTV camera in Moscow, and it shows us the most incredible moment. As you can see, a cyclist is casually crossing a junction when a truck collided with a car just inches away from him. The truck even smashes into the cyclist and then flips over on the road. The cyclist is then seen getting up on his feet and joining the passers-by and assisting the truck driver. Reportedly, he only suffered a few bruises. Road accident. This dashcam captures a rather horrifying accident. After the accident, we can see the car starting to burn with people still in it. Then a couple of Good Samaritans approach the burning vehicle, risking their lives, and start kicking the glass in order to save people inside the vehicle, which they did in the very last second. Man escapes a falling meat cleaver. This video, captured by a CCTV camera in the city of Guangzhou in China, shows a meat cleaver falling from the sky and nearly striking a passerby. Take a look. Oh my God, was this close? If he'd moved just a bit slower, he would have ended up seriously injured or dead right on the spot. Apparently, a meat cleaver had slipped out of a second-floor resident's hands while washing dishes. I guess this is one way to meet your neighbors. Anyway, the occupants of the apartment later apologized to the pedestrian and decided to put up a wire fence at the window, just in case. Motorcyclist avoids crash. In this video, we see 2 cars crashing just inches away from the motorcyclist. It's a pretty nasty accident, but the motorcyclist remains unscathed. He then casually continues to drive into the sunset without a single care in the world, unbothered by what just happened, and, of course, very lucky to be alive. The truck almost falls on a car. This footage, captured by a dashboard camera, shows yet another close call. As you can see in the video, a car and an 18-wheeler truck are on the road very close to one another. But then the truck driver speeds up, causing his truck to sway. It almost falls right on the car. But luckily, the truck driver is able to quickly find a balance, thus avoiding a catastrophe. Carlos Rodriguez. In 2010, Carlos Haffy Rodriguez became an internet sensation because of his unusual appearance. The man is missing the top half of his head. He wasn't born this way, though. Instead, it was the result of a horrifying accident he suffered when he was just 14 years old. You see, he'd been driving while on drugs and crashed, causing him to fly through the car's windshield. His head was flattened, and he lost a portion of his brain, but he survived his head injury, however, retaining the flattened appearance. So next time you're thinking about drinking or doing drugs while driving, just remember what happened to this guy. Which one of these close calls did you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below.